Right now, my Facebook is very active, so I kind of want to go live for like a couple minutes. All right, all right,
okay,
cool.
so as she go live, we're gonna talk about our role with Iconic Music Management. Let's kind of talk about that. Right now, we have Iconic Music Management where we have at least 3 artists that we are trying to develop. Our first artist is R&B sensation. Who?
GS the Brand, baby.
Yes, GS the Brand. So let's talk about our partners and what makes them iconic. So we have GS the Brand. We have Young Tay, a.k.a. Nephew, with his little sexy shine. You know, y'all ever saw a sexy shy thug?
Yeah,
we got one of those. And his music is litty. Okay, is that a word?
Yes.
Because you know I'm over a certain age. Litty.
I mean,
litty. Did I use that right?
Yeah,
he's litty. And then we have Young Fendi.
Yeah.
Not the Prada bag, not the Gucci bag, but the Fendi bag. Yeah.
She's
right?
dope.
She coming hard with that Chi-Town grill, which is where I'm from. I don't know if I said that. Where you from, Miss Carmel? Chicago. Where you at?
So I'm based in Baltimore, but I'm from Virginia.
Baltimore, Chicago, Indiana. We got it all in here, okay?
Mm-hmm. We're bringing the world together.
Yeah, we're bringing the world together.
Yep.
This is just
one step at a time.
We're going to go international, too. Let me just
Yeah,
put that
we
out
are.
there. So what I'm saying is our artists, those are the 3 individuals in which we have committed to at this point as we look to build our brand. So what I like about GS the Brand, let's talk about this new single we promoting, which is
Not so easy.
It's not so easy.
Yeah, can we play a little bit?
We
Yeah,
are.
it's not so
I think I want to hear it because I feel like
this we're gonna lead to that. So what we're talking, let's talk about what we like individual about GS and his music, and I'll start with that.
Okay.
No, let's let
Miss Lady Carmela.
Miss Lady Carmela, let's go. Tell me what you like about the music and GS the Brand.
GS the Brand, he's just unique in himself. Like, he's bringing that real R&B feel back. No auto-tune, none of this new stuff that's out. And then he writes all his music.
Yes.
That's how you know when you pour it out. When you pour it out and you lay that on the track, it's coming from your heart. That's coming from his, you know what I'm saying? Coming from his soul.
Yes.
You know it. You can feel it, and that's how you create great music.
Great music.
Yeah.
That's
No other way.
That's what make music iconic.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what makes music iconic. What about you, Miss Story?
Okay,
tell us how.
So I have joined a lot of music groups because I follow the DJs. My love are DJs, right?
Yes.
So
Can I pause right quick?
Yes.
She is our PR person.
I am
She's
the PR person.
Behind our brand.
So I was on one of my groups one night and I heard a review on one of the review shows. It had to be 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, something like that.
That was me working.
Yeah.
That was me up and
shout out
submitting.
to Rich House Reviews.
Yes.
Because he played GS the Brand song and I was hooked. But you know what? I was hooked in a way.
What song was it though?
It was not so easy.
It was not so easy.
We have to play it because people have to understand. Because when I heard that song, it hit me in a way that I didn't know I was feeling.
Okay, so he put you in
the
mood.
He put me in a mood. But then I tried to look him up, right? And I was like, I can't find him.
That's what we working out. That's what we working out.
But then I was like, you know what? Everyone needs to hear him. So I just started sharing, and I found him. Then I found you. And then I found you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We found each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But oh my God, his voice, and people say they're songwriters, right? And their shit don't make sense. Their songs don't make sense.
It has no storyline.
It has no story.
That's what makes a true song.
Writer, yep.
The storyline. So you like his storyline.
I like his storyline because it comes from a real place. And I feel that it comes from a real place because when you sing from your soul, which he does, you feel it. And you want to help him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you were like, you want to say, hey, I've been through that too. You know what I'm saying? I have that experience too. But he puts it in song. And he always picks the right mixes. The right beats
melodies.
for it.
Whether it's that guitar sound, whether it's and you know what I like about him? The versatility of him. He's versatile.
Right.
Not only is he R&B, that's our focus from a marketing standpoint, but he has writing skills, artist development skills, producer skills. Like, he is the brand.
Right. Yep.
And that's where the brand comes from, because you cannot put him in a box.
You can't put him in a box.
And that's one of our little mottos. Like, we get hyped about these boxes folks trying to put us in. We're not fitting in them. Go ahead.
He got his own drive.
Yes.
He makes stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? So he's not just sitting back waiting for us to just do. He's, got his input. He's here. He shows up and makes.
He's dedicated.
He's dedicated.
And that was one of the things that attracted me to him. I met him through my husband. I've watched his grind. I've watched his struggles. And I've watched him stay. I don't care where he go, girl. He's been homeless. He's been in my basement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And guess what's with him? The studio. And he makes
that's one conversation. That's one conversation me and him had when he did his first show in Gary. Right? Well, with me. He said, I don't care if I was homeless.
Because he been there.
Look, he said, as long as I can still record or make music or sit out there and make some and sing and make music, I'll be happy.
Yes,
and that's how you know that this is what he cares. Exactly, that's his passion.
That's the difference between an iconic artist and the regular Joe Bo. I ain't saying iconic the brand. I'm saying iconic. Our icons. Our Michael Jackson.
Are you saying everyone's gonna have a story? A story. Everyone's gonna have a story. These artists.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean,
we all have a story.
Yeah, we all. Everybody.
And that's the whole thing about Iconic Conversations. We telling our stories.
Exactly.
And when we get a chance to go live with our audience, they're gonna be able to log on and share their story.
Yes.
So, like with GS, he has a story. With any good artist, Mary J. Blige, that's my woman. That's my girl.
Shout out to Mary.
No homo. That's my girl. That's my bitch, though. Right. So we can cuss on our own shit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's my girl. But what connected us with her was her music and her connection to it. She talked about what she go through. That's what he do. Every story has a story.
That's the only way.
That's the only way.
I feel like that's the only to get that real passion in the music, and that's how you create that magic. Yeah. Because God already gave you a gift, right?
Yes.
Now you have to tap into that spiritual side, and once you're going through your stuff, anything that's going on in your life. Yeah. Now you put that into song and you release it to the world.
And what's sad about that, Miss Lady Carmela, is so many artists with his passion that don't have an outlet for the people to see it. Right. And like, let's talk about our struggles as we look to build this, because we're not new. Even though we met 4 days, we all been doing music for the last couple of years. We just have decided to come together as a team and build our brand together, right? Yeah. And what I like about him is his commitment. So when we look for iconic potential talent, you have to show some commitment, because we sacrificing a lot. Exactly. We are single women in most cases. You two are single, but what we're doing is not only sacrifices, it's money. Financial sacrifices, time. Exactly. You walked out on your kids for how many days to be here with us to do this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got kids at home. Right. But we believe in our artists and our brand so much that we sacrificing this week, next week, every day.
I'm thinking about setting up a daycare in the studio. You know what I'm saying? On the side.
We're going to have to talk to Mike about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
About that. But hold on, let's pause. Let's pause right there and give our partners a shout out.
Yes.
Let's shout out M3 Creative, where dreams are built. Yes. And as a partner, let me give you my testimony of what that means. This is a place in McDonough, Georgia. Yep. Let's make sure we tag this information in this episode.
M3 Creative Atlanta.
Atlanta. And we're going to say Atlanta because we like 25
Well, I'm on live right now, so.
Okay, I forget.
We were talking about GS the brand, but some people haven't been introduced to him yet.
Okay, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just think because we're really hyping him up. Yeah. And if I was at home, I'd be like, well, who is this?
Who is that? Yeah.
So I mean, let's just do something.
At GS. Okay.
Yeah. So let's just play a little something so people can know who we were talking about.
Okay,
we're talking about our artist GS the brand.
Yes.
He's based out of Chicago, right? Based out of Chicago. Atlanta, man, he's gonna be
in between.
Right now we in between. We've been
right. So for my Facebook, I'm gonna let you guys know that we're about to play a song from GS the brand. He's an artist under our label here in Atlanta, and he's the next big thing.
He is.
Okay.
He is.
Okay, so I'm not finding Not So Easy in my phone. So I'm gonna lead with Miserable.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let you find Not So Easy.
I'm gonna send.
Yeah, and once we do what we do, that'll be our next play. Because right now Not So Easy is what we're promoting.
Right.
But we have at least 3 songs in which we're marketing right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with one of the songs, Miserable. And before we get into Miserable, before I hit this play button, let's kind of talk about what that song is about, so the people can get an understanding, they can hear it. Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk about what it means to me.
Okay.
Miserable. It means just that.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been in those type of situations where you in a relationship and you become miserable, whether it be you just not into me no more, or love gone wrong, and depending on the person you with, that shit hit different.
Yeah.
And what I mean by hit different, if you with a petty motherfucker, it's too much. It's drama, right?
Yeah.
And if you with a grown person, it's an understanding.
Right.
Miserable is about that drama person. Like, you're just miserable.
Right.
Because you miserable, what they say, misery loves company.
It does.
Yeah, you want to bring that energy in our home, in our relationship, and work, whoever the miserable bitch is, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't like to be miserable.
No, it's too much energy.
But if you meet that right one that puts you in that mood, how do you fix it?
You could be the most miserable bitch on earth.
Right.
Because I'm coming in, I mean, to me, I cannot be in a relationship with anyone that I'm not happy with. If we to the point where we fighting and we arguing, and I'm miserable, it's time to tap out. Tap out, right?
Yeah, I would twerk, but I'm on live.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool to hold your camera. But I don't know what makes you become miserable in relationships is the question.
Well, let's listen to what GS says.
Okay.
Right.
And then
we'll talk about it afterwards.
Let's do that.
We can do that.
Okay. So we're gonna play "Miserable" by GS the brand, one of his songs on his upcoming EP. But just listen, because I'm not crazy and I know good music. You know what I'm saying? So this is good music.
Yeah.
So if I find myself going like this, you gotta hold me. You know.
You may put your phone on the stand so it won't.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you turn it up in our ears, sis?
Oh, I can hear it. Can we only hear
it
in
here?
here?
You got it?
I can hear
it. Okay.
Y'all, can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's good.
No, I'm not gonna be able to hear it on my live. They're not gonna be able to hear it.
Oh.
Because it's in my ear.
Right.
Okay, so they can't hear it, but we can hear it.
Tell
right
them to
now.
go check. Go look. It's on iTunes. It's everywhere. Streaming all over.
Okay.
No,
they said okay. I'm ready to hear this.
Yeah.
You know what?
Put it on your phone. You got it?
I don't. Okay.
Unhook the cord.
Okay, I got it.
We gotta put it in here because then they're not.
See, these are the issues that you go through, guys. When you stepping out on your tree for the first time.
Like, how we all gonna hear it? We all gonna hear it somehow.
And all that other stuff.
Well, I have an idea. How about I just sing it?
No, no, girl.
I just sing it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hold on, let me get ready.
No, that's not gonna work.
Get ready. Get ready.
All right.
I'm coming.
Okay.
What you done to me, all the shit you done, girl, I mean it. It's unfortunate what you coming with, but don't amaze me, bitch, cause I seen thought you were something like a star angel in the sky, but you were my demon. If you gotta wonder, is it love? Girl, it isn't love. And that's why I'm creeping out, cause you don't reach the standards of a woman holding my hand. And that's why I left it off when I got the call that you was out here fucking my mans. Yeah, you think I'm giving a damn? No, I be fucking recording my damn song. While you was calling my phone, look, I was up in my room like, hold on, let me pull up in my pants. Girl, you shaded up my son, brought the world of thunder. That's when I faded number one, like I was saving up my numbers. Mama told me I was wrong, but when I made it on my own, nobody told me I was strong. I should've made it all along. Should I break it down? Break it down. I can't believe you stooped this low. What you hate, I'm not calling you baby. Down on your knees, miserable. Calling me talking all crazy. I can't believe you took this road. Say I show you no love. Take it out and kiss me. And I can't lie, life's been a little bit amazing. I can't believe you stooped this low. I can see why you hate it. You're down on your knees, miserable. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe you took this road. Take it out on the kids.
I'm gonna pause it right here.
Okay, that's good.
Cause that hook right there, that hook tells the whole story. Right?
Right.
You down on your knees, miserable.
Yeah.
And then he said a verse in there like, life's been a little bit amazing. You know, the favorite part of your song be the ad libs. And what I get out of that one ad lib on that song is, now that I'm happy, you miserable.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you see me happy, you miserable. Why is that, ladies?
Are we talking about this right now?
Yeah, we're talking about this right now. This iconic conversation.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So,
Yeah.
all right, you want to go first?
Yeah. Pause your lies, sis.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, tell them they're gonna have to tune in when we post this episode. Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, come on. So let's talk about why is that? Why is you when relationships are over and one person is more happy seems to be because a lot of time it's just an appearance.
Right.
It make you feel some type of way.
And this is you know what I feel like this is what it is. When that happens, it's because that person didn't really care and love you. You know what I'm saying? Because even if look, for instance, if we're not together, we split. I want to see if I really loved you. I really cared for you. I genuinely, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, this was, you know what I'm saying? A friendship deeper than just, sex, whatever. I want to see you happy even if it's not with me.
Okay,
right?
That's true love. That's iconic
true
love right there.
Right?
That's iconic love.
I want to see you happy.
Yeah.
But when you don't want to see that next person happy, that's because I feel like it wasn't real love.
And a lot of times, people can't be happy for you when they're not happy for themselves.
Yep, that's true.
So part
That's
of
true.
that whole thing is, okay, we was together, you moved on before me, you happy. You seem to be happy if you with somebody. So I feel cheated. Right?
Well, people grow.
Yeah.
And you mature, and I know we have had discussions. Your relationship 11 years,
right?
You become different people. So if that person became miserable, it was developed to misery, and nothing personally that you did, but the situations of life. That's that ultimate ending, the ending place of misery, because you've been through so many things throughout these years, and he's dealing with things personally that you don't even know about, that he may not even come to you about, and you are dealing with things as a woman that things are changing with yourself. So again, misery doesn't necessarily come from the relationship; it can come from
just life,
from within,
from life,
within,
right,
from within,
So
from within.
But again, I commend you, because if you made 11 years. Yeah.
And then the whole thing about misery, love, and happiness. Okay, because no relationship started off miserable. No. We wouldn't have got this far.
Exactly.
What I think leads up to songs like "Miserable" by GS the Brand is the fact that something happened to get us here.
Right.
Whether it was the lack of communication, whether it was the hard times of life, because that's life. It's the biggest challenge to relationships.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a man and a woman, a friend and a friend, a mama and a daughter.
Exactly.
Things change, people change, situations change that make us miserable. And when I think of miserable people, I think of incomplete people. People who really suffering in the inside because either they ain't doing what they want to do, or they don't know what they want to do, or they don't feel the love that's in the room.
To do what
they feel trapped.
They feel trapped.
They don't feel free. That's what it is. It's about being free and being able to do what you want to do out of life. Because look, we only live this life once.
Right.
And you want to make the best of it. Some people are willing to just accept and they don't have standards. Some people want more. They know what they're capable of. Yeah. They have it in them and they've had it in them for so long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And as you grow in life, as we grow in life, right? We start off so innocent as kids. We feel like we could do so much in life.
Yes.
And we set these goals and for ourselves. Like, I want to be a CEO by the time I'm 40. That has been my goal. That has been my personal goal since I graduated business school.
Right.
When I decided to go to business school, And the closer I got to 40, I got towards that goal.
Right.
And when I realized I didn't want to know more, I didn't become miserable. I became depressed. But some people become miserable.
Yeah.
And the only thing that didn't make me miserable versus the depression, because I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I knew that the goal changed because I changed.
Right.
Right? And a lot of miserable people don't change. They are who they are.
Yep. They are who
And they refuse to change.
Yep.
And in order to get over that misery, something has to change. Whether it's the situation or the person.
Exactly.
So if you're in a relationship and you're miserable, either something in that relationship got to change. And if you're miserable in your life, something in your life has to change. If you're miserable as a mother, something as a mother, because a lot of times, let's talk about that. Misery from a mother's standpoint. A lot of times we become so overwhelmed with the responsibility of motherhood.
Yeah.
I love my kids, but right now I'm feeling this shit.
Right.
I'm miserable. Get out of my house. I can't wait till they 18.
Right.
Shoot. Right.
Them feelings change, but you still love your child.
You still love your child, and that's why it's so important for, people just to take a break from their children from time to time. You need that me time.
Yeah.
You really need. We all need it.
You know what I
a day.
do?
I
go
few,
sit in my
a
car and
weekend.
listen to music.
Okay.
When I just don't have the energy to do it, I just go sit in the car, turn my heat up, and listen to some.
Because
you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to take care of your children and you're not even right yourself?
Right.
And can I say this before we hit the other half of this song? Misery is contagious.
It
and
is.
can I get a bang on that?
It is.
Misery is contagious.
Because that's
so
energy.
if you misery, whether it's around your kids, they pick up on that. They become that. If
Yeah.
you miserable in a relationship, it's contagious.
Exactly.
Your partner becomes miserable.
Yeah.
If you miserable in a girlfriend relationship,
Right.
the vibe change.
Yes, it's energy.
Everything.
It's all transferable.
It's contagious. That's why we protect our vibes, baby. 2021. Protect your vibe.
Protect your vibe.
Yeah.
That man.
Protect your vibe.
Protect your vibe. Really.
Protect your vibe.
Right.
And
have
hashtag 2021. I am iconic.
I am iconic.
I am iconic.
Look,
Protect
I'm all
your
mixing.
vibe.
Yeah. Protect your vibe.
Yeah, protect your vibe. So let's go into the other half of this song.
Okay.
And I want y'all to really just listen to the lyrics and jot down whatever thoughts you have.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And the audience too, because when we come back and we do this live, we gonna play Miserable and the lyrics, and we want you guys to
Your feedback.
Yeah, and this song is available on iTunes,
all streaming
Apple,
services.
all streaming services under GS the brand. Miserable, and it's a banger.
Yes.
Let's go.
I've been dealing with this for too long. I'm about to catch a case, so I'ma stay in my place. And I've been thinking about it, I'm too grown. Cause now when I left the house, I locked the door and I lost the key and moved on. Sometimes you gotta move away from two-faced people. They will swear that they're not two-tone. I told her be patient, she told me she hate. I'm like, shawty, you wildin' and I cannot say. I look at her smiling, she thinking I'm fake. This type of shit only motivate. I've been smoking so much, I'm still sober, baby. Heard you say that you eager, you overweight. Thinking you the shit now. Thinking you the bitch now. Heard you running through the clip now. Damn, you thinking I give a fuck? Shawty, I'm focused, just give it up. Get you some business, make better decisions. I guess that you hate that I'm living, huh?
Hey. It's so slow. Low, you low for that. Miserable. You heard Misery Loves Company.
Exactly.
Yeah. This when you argue like you miserable. You miserable. Hey. He don't want to see you happy, sis. She don't want to see you happy, bro.
I'm gonna be happy regardless.
Regardless.
Sure.
I can't believe you took this road.
Hey.
Out on the kids, miserable.
Take it out on the kids, miserable. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Take it out on the kids, though. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How our relationships affect our parenting, right?
Right.
I have been in physical abusive and verbal abusive relationships, and I knew it was time to move on when it affected my energy with my kids. So okay, let's give a scenario, a what if scenario.
Yeah, what
right?
if.
A what if.
This is the what if segment.
This is the what if. Yeah. So what if you at home with your guy, y'all argue? You know he hot tempered. Right. You know how, and let's say y'all one of them that y'all go at each other with the mouth. Right. Those words and them tongues will kill you and kill the relationship real quick. Right. Leads to miserable, right?
Right.
So say you at home, the kids in the room, y'all arguing, and it gets heated and it gets aggressive.
Right.
So then somebody leaves. He leaves the house. Now, Lil Riri. That's your name.
That's it.
Lil Riri is get on your nerve just being her. Right. She just like, but you in the mood because this nigga just said some disrespectful and you just said your energy off.
Now the baby got it.
Now I'm snapping on you. Right. Get your, That's the contagious vibe of misery. How do you handle that?
Why do you
How do you handle conflict in front of the kids in a miserable situation?
That's the reason why when it gets to that point, you know it's time to tap out. It's time to go.
Tap.
You know what I'm saying? Your child don't need to see that, be around it. They sense all of this.
But let's be real. It's not. It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Easier said than done. You're right. It's easier said than done.
And also, you know, you don't want to escalate it. You know, so if you're in a situation where, you know, you're hostile, he's hostile, you're saying crazy things to each other and the kids are there, you need to be the mature one.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, you know, let's chill out right now.
But hold on, sis. Why I got to be me? Why I can't be him?
Well, because we're talking about it right now. He ain't here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just giving this the what if thing.
But one of y'all has to have that voice of reason, like, look, let's you know, calm down real quick. You know, but again, when your emotions are in place and you're just fed up, you can't really hold it in sometimes. Right. But you got to think about the kids because your kids are seeing that and they're learning from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Behavior.
Yeah, learn behavior.
Generational curses. That's where they start.
But you know what? TV, right? They make these kids feel like, you know, you need to say something right away. But there's ways to defend yourself.
Without being
in a quiet way.
And without turning miserable around.
Yeah.
So it was something else I heard in that song, two-faced relationships. You know, we hear that a lot with our friends. You don't really hear that with a man. But that exists. And let me tell you what I think that is. And I want you ladies to give me an example of what you think a two-faced relationship means when it comes from a man and a woman. Most relationships built on friendship. Right? At some point.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
It's picking it up,
it's
right?
It's picking up, yeah.
Okay, so what should we... Or do you find we could just keep going, right?
Okay, yeah, okay. But
I'm pretty sure
we'll just, Okay, so two-faced relationships. To me, that's you my friend, you my man, you my friend. It's some pillow talk we talk about.
Right.
And then when you go outside because we in a miserable moment, in a miserable state right now, you go and take that pillow talk, that personal space. And you messy first of all because you miserable because miserable people turn into messy people, right? And now you two-faced because now I can't trust you.
You mean two-faced as in he acts differently?
Okay, when he's around that's another way.
Because I had that situation happen to me.
Okay, tell the story.
Here's a story segment.
Okay.
So I spent the night. You know what I'm saying? We were vibing. We were, you know, dating. I'll say we were dating, right? Okay. And he made breakfast one morning, but he had a homeboy come over, right? So he had me eat upstairs while he was with his homeboy downstairs.
Disrespect,
right? But again, but he thing is, I guess he didn't want me to like if I spoke because I speak when anyone comes to a home, I speak and say hello. But I guess that's not what he wanted me to do. Speak, you know.
So who was this person at the door that he didn't want you to meet?
It was just a friend.
A male
friend.
Right.
It was a male friend.
See you, sis.
Right. So I was just
That's the issue.
I'm sitting there on the bed eating my eggs and shit. I was like, I don't even eat eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like what am I doing in here? But you know. But I had a good vibe with him, so I did it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, well, but I had a question in my mind, like, was that two-faced?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to be your woman and you're dating me and you want me to eventually be your woman, why can't I be around your friends for a moment? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not going to flirt with them or, you know, like.
So what I'm getting from that nigga was two-faced in a sense where, it's okay for me to be with you, but not around people. Not with you around people.
Right.
Because that could have been that type of situation. Right. Two-faced as when I'm thinking about the song Miserable, like we was just cool a week ago. Now for some I'm your enemy. That's some two-faced shit.
It is.
I'm your man.
You know why?
Yes.
Because it's another woman in the picture.
No, that's not always the case.
For real. No, because I feel like I get to a point where he's feeling me, we vibing, he like me. In my case, it's like I really, so she's the single one. I really like Story, but I got this girl that he didn't tell me about. That's at home taking care of business. But Story makes me feel alive and happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the role I play. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be the girl at home taking care of business, the woman at home taking care of business.
And that's why you don't play those roles, because when you play those type of roles, that's when you become miserable.
Right. So
as the woman, we have that control. So come on, I want to hear what you have to say, Lady Carmella, about Two-Faced Miss Lady Carmella. I'm sorry.
So with Two-Faced, I feel like. See, what she was talking about was a whole total different subject, right? And we're talking about now for instance, when you're with somebody, that's your partner. You don't, whatever, even if you're mad at your partner at the time, you don't go and, you know what I'm saying? Because we should be safe, we should feel safe enough to come to our partner and talk about stuff that we won't talk about with anybody else, right? And anybody. I'm talking about you just feel safe with your partner and you'll be like, you know what, we express each other, we tell each other everything. That vulnerability, exactly. So now, just because I'm mad, angry with you, now here I am just mouthing my mouth off talking about you. Is that real? That's not real love. That is not real love.
Okay, can I be transparent for a minute? I'm guilty of that, sis.
Okay.
So I'm two-faced. I've done that in the past.
In the past,
I've grown from it.
Right, exactly.
But, I got to be transparent. It was times during my struggle in a relationship that I was miserable because I was holding down the fork for both ends for a long time, and it made me resentful and miserable in a sense where I would go and run and tell my business to other people. I would express those frustrations after talking to my now husband about it. So if we got an issue, let's leave it at home. I was wrong, I would tell him his issue, and then I would go back and share that issue with a girlfriend and talk about him and say, he this and he that, but that's the same shit I just was understanding about with him. But because I was silently miserable, I handled it wrong. So I'm two-faced.
So you can't bring other people into that.
But you grew from that.
I grew from that.
That's the thing. Once you realize what your issue is, you realize that you're messing up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can change something. If you don't realize that, you can't change. You can't fix nothing that you don't think is broke.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's part of the growing pain, which is conversations we gonna always have of relationships, and that led to miserable because when some shit got back to him, he know I said it. Now we have.
So you could come off two-faced and be like, "Baby, I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing."
I'm miserable. So let's play this song back one more time before we end this first episode.
But you know what? Can I please say something?
Yes.
You know, you guys are giving me the perspective of married life, right?
Okay.
And I give the perspective of the single life.
Yes.
You know, but it's refreshing because some situations kind of collab with each other. You know, when we go out to business, telling business and things like that, because I can't go to my homegirls and say anything about anybody because it'll be in the streets. Tomorrow, and I don't want to embarrass them.
And can I say this? Okay, so she's saying the difference. You know, her role in the conversation. She's single, and Miss Lady Carmella and I are married. So she's saying that what I'm hearing from you is it's the same issues. And so let me share my perception. It's no difference in marriage and a relationship. We require the same respect, the same rules, the same standards. The only thing is we're committed in front of God. We have made a covenant in front of whatever God you serve that you're going to stick it out with this person because that's what we were built for. So I say this to my single ladies. Whatever relationship you in, to some extent, you have to always respect it with a marriage point of view because you don't know what it's going to grow to. So this same man that I was two-faced with became my husband. So what if the person that, thank God, not all my friends circle run their mouth, so the person who I expose his vulnerabilities to would never say anything. But what if?
What if?
Yeah.
That even 5 years later, that can affect my marriage down the line.
Can I tell you what someone said?
Yes.
They said, they say you don't know a person even if you're married 10 years. There are things you won't probably find out about a person no matter what you mean to them or how long y'all date.
I agree. You want to go ahead, Miss? Go ahead, lady. Go ahead, lady. Come my life.
I don't know about that. Like, I feel
okay.
People might change a little, and you know what I'm saying, and they grow because that changing is a part of growth. You know,
growth.
Right?
Yeah. Change is growth.
It is. So. Then it's a part that has been revealed. You know what I'm saying? That was there, but it just came out when they grew up. Like they,
when they developed.
Developed. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
go ahead. No, I want to summarize what I'm hearing from you.
So I feel like when you get involved with somebody for like 10, 11 years, it gotta be real. That's how you could determine whether or not it's real, because if that person didn't trust you within 10 to 11 years to let you know everything about them,
well,
there's not everything they can say.
Hold on, no.
No.
Before you respond, so your question is, I'm gonna reiterate it for the audience. Just read it again. Read the question.
Okay.
Get to it.
Yeah. It says, they say you don't know a person even if you're married 10 years. There are things you won't probably find out about a person no matter what you mean to them or how long y'all date.
Okay, 10 years, time, growth. That's my word, growth. In 10 years, I am not the same Lady C.
You better not
Cleo,
be.
Nicole
We
Harris
better not be.
that I was 10 years ago.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And we just talked about how my whole vision and what I want for my life change. And let's not even get spiritual growth with that.
Right.
So if I'm growing spiritually, I'm growing professionally. Now I'm chasing a different dream. I'm chasing my dream. That requires more.
Yeah.
That requires a different person. So as we growing, because my husband is part of this grind, and we've been on it for 4 years. He growing with me.
Right.
It becomes a problem when only one person growing.
Yeah.
Because growth equals change.
One person growing.
That's the issue. When growth equals change. Let's pinpoint that. Growth equals change. So if you telling me after 10 years he don't know me and I don't know him, nah, sis. Somebody ain't growing and somebody ain't paying attention because you dealing with who you dealing with. At the end of the day, what's the same about Lady C? She is who she is.
Right.
So he married me. He knew that I was ambitious. He knew I was a risk taker. Right. So now that who I am today, how can you be surprised? You adjust to that shit because you saw it through them 10 years. Yeah. And if you didn't, then what is this?
And so we have about 7 minutes on this hour segment here. So
we go.
This is great convo.
Yeah, this is great convo.
So iconic.
And look at this. She's live right now on her Facebook. Yeah, you have some viewers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you see how she voiced her opinion and she had a question for us. We want to be able to
bring you in the conversation.
Yes, bring you into the conversation. This platform we want to open it up to other people to be able to express themselves, give them a voice, opinions.
Hashtag I am iconic.
We're
definitely gonna have some guests. We're definitely gonna have some guests in here.
Yeah, with
because everyone has a voice.
Yes.
I mean.
And this is the platform for that. And let's just, because we're about to end this, but that ties into this episode, our brand, right?
Yeah.
Iconic is the people's label.
The people's label. That's what it is.
Wait a minute, I missed the high five.
Iconic is the people's label. And what we mean by that is this brand is your brand. Like when we pick our artists, when we talk about our conversation, it's going to be us, not just us and you. So if we let's give them a little example of our showcases. We're going to do showcases for new artists. And when we vote to find new talent, you're going to be that voice. You're going to tell us who to bring on, what we need to do, how we need to style them. Right. You're going to give your input, and it's up to us as the boss chicks of the brand to collaborate with you and make those decisions. Right. So I'm excited. We're going to play Miserable again, which is GS the brand.
Shout out to GS the brand.
GS the brand. Shout out to Iconic.
Did you want to play that, or do you want to play Not So Easy?
No, we're going to play that because that's for this episode.
That's for this, okay.
Now it's time to go into another episode, and then we can do that.
Got it. Okay.
So let's go ahead, and I wanted to
let me let
be
my
a little
followers
louder.
know quick. We're about to play GS the brand. He's an artist under our label here, and he's super dope. His voice is awesome. He's we definitely don't want to put him in a box, but we're gonna be playing one of his R&B hits.
Miserable.
I will be posting a lot about him on my Facebook, so you guys please share, like,
follow,
love. If you wanna say anything about him, review his music, I'm so down to link up.
Yes,
so let's
comment. And also, before I play this, I want to kind of give them an example of what we're going to do. So right now, we're recording in the studio. We're in our studio. We're recording. And the next thing we're going to do, once this aired, we're going to come live and have these conversations on the different social platforms. So that's where you come in. We need you to tune in. We need you to like. We need you to subscribe. We need you to do all of that, okay? For Iconic, and I'm beating on the table, y'all, and just recording. I'm sorry about that. Don't forget, this the first show. But here we go, Miserable on all streaming platforms. Yes, here you go. Let's go again.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Hey, I'm the hype person, by the way. Little pop steady over here.
DJ C and shit.
Gotta do it. You come and wait, but don't amaze me, bitch, cause I seen it. You are something like a star angel in the sky, but you were my demon. If you gotta wonder, is it love? Girl, it isn't love. And that's why I'm creeping out, cause you don't reach the standards of a woman holding my hand. And that's why I left it off when I got the call that you was out here fucking my mans. Yeah, you think I'm giving up? Damn, no. I be fucking recording my damn song. While you was calling my phone, look, I was stuck on my room like, hold on, let me pull up on my pants. So you shaded up my son, all the world of thunder. That's when I faded number one, like I was saving up my numbers. Mama told me I was wrong. When I made it on my own, nobody told me I was wrong. This makes you want to get sexy. While I talk my shit, I'm gonna be sexy with it.
Yeah.
You stupid slow. Get down your knees, miserable. Calling me talking all crazy. I can't believe you took it. Say I show you no love. And I can't lie. Like feel a little bit amazing. Hey, I love that ad lib. They don't want to see you happy. Hey. For too long.
Yeah.
Gotta move on.
Yes.
Hey. Motivating. Hey.
Like a 2-minute mark. 2-minute mark. Yo, y'all, please look up GS the brand.
GS the brand.
If you don't, I'm not your friend anymore.
Miserable.
GS the brand.
Come on.
GS the brand. GS the brand.
Iconic Music Management it is.
Iconic Music Management. Please.
Iconic Conversations is the topic.
And I will reach out if you have any artists that are looking for a team. Like, please hit my DM. I'll be happy to listen.
That's our PR person, Miss Story.
Miss Story.
Yeah, please. Just send me some music.
Our public relations to her.
Yes.
Shout out your social, baby.
I gotta go.
Shout out your social platforms.
I'm gonna do that. I gotta figure out what they are.
We so old. That's so iconic about our own ass. Not to even know our own platforms right off.
Well, I do. You know, I don't know what I want to send people to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes my Facebook can be a little.
Okay,
but anyway.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, we good.
All right, well, that was Miserable by GS The Brand.
GS The Brand.
Yeah, so
he's on all streaming platforms. So y'all look him up.
40 seconds.
G.S The Brand.
The Brand.
But we definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Yes,
this is our first show.
First show.
We got about 40 seconds left on the
that doesn't matter.
I think we did amazing.
Yeah,
we did a good job. It just flowed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
what we do.
It just flowed. It was good.
Yes,
you do, and you're great at it. Story. I wanted to say Stormy too.
I know, right?
Story, you're amazing. You're good.
It's been some stormy nights that I risked jumping over the pile and shit.
That's another episode. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us for our first episode. This is an example of walking in faith.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead, baby.
Go ahead and say your name again so we can, just reintroduce
ourselves. Me, Boo Lady C, aka Cleo.
I'm Miss Lady Carmela Garcia.
Okay.
And my role with Iconic, the label, I am management.
Yes.
I am
business partner, right hand man.
Exactly.
You know how you be like, yeah, that's the right hand. Then you got that crazy one on the left. That's Story.
This is Story.
I spread the word.
I
spread the word.
But she's so
she
nice.
she got stories. She got a lot of conversation to bring out of so many people. This platform. Once we start talking, it's just gonna give a voice to so many people.
And we want to hear your voice.
Yes,
this is not about just
it's not about us.
This is Iconic, the people's label.
Right.
So we need y'all to log on to Iconic Conversations so that we can connect with you. We need you to follow all of us. And most of all, our artists. It ain't about us.
It's not about us.
It's about our artists and the people who we bring on this platform to represent our brand, themselves, and you, the people. Thank you again for tuning in. We love you. May God bless you.
Yes.